It's Kids Night at the Reno Rodeo. Sunrise, my name's Connor Flanagan. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through this rodeo. It is the 100th edition of the Reno Rodeo, in fact. I'm joined by Jesse LeMay. Jesse, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to talk about what you got going on in a little bit, namely the Reno Rodeo project that you've been contributing to, and some pictures you've been taking. And she got me on the spot yesterday. She got me to take a picture with my ugly mug, and hopefully we'll post that later on to our website. But it is Kids Night tonight. So as we said, we got a fair going on. We got all kinds of rides. We're going to be talking about mutton busting highlights. We're going to be talking about prize giveaways. Also, Mike Trevinian coming up and Kaylee Jusick. And as I said, we're going to be doing some wonderful giveaways this morning. I want to show this because this is something I have to walk by every time I come onto the lot. That is the famous Dave's Barbecue Pit. And there's always a great smell coming out of there. We're going to give away a $25 gift certificate. Now, that'll get you a long way inside that famous Dave's tent. And we've been authorized to give away this cool Reno Rodeo shirt. So that coming up, we got Arbor Pros are going to be on. But let me get back to you, Jesse. Now, this is something that's really cool. You know, you stopped me yesterday. You said, Connor, can I take your picture? And I said, you know, the last time someone did that, it was most likely a mugshot. No, I'm kidding. But this is something that you already kind of goes with what you were doing. You had a project called The Folk and Lore. That is something. Can you give us as a little history leading up to it? Tell us a little bit about that first.
Sure. So I'm a multimedia artist, and I work in the narrative, basically. And so my goal with my work is to collect stories from the community. And the Folk and the Lore is a live storytelling event that the Nevada Museum of Art hosts for me.
Right.
And what we do is we invite people from the community on stage to tell a story, and then I produce short documentary films to sort of complement those stories. And it's a way, we say, when you know your neighbor's story, you're more connected to your community.
You know, I don't want to patronize you in any way, but I think we were having a conversation about that, is how the culture is now traditionally where we used to know all our neighbors, used to send your kids out without worrying. And there's in spite of social media, there's not a lot of outlets to help connect neighbors. So I do commend you on that. That's really cool.
Thank you.
And so this led up to the Reno Rodeo project, right?
Yeah, so in 2016, I caught wind that Bill Price and Margie Sweetek were talking about how they wanted to collect 100 stories for 100 years of Reno Rodeo. And I thought, well, that's exactly what I do. So I pitched the same concept, live storytelling, short documentary films, and photography to capture all the stories of Reno Rodeo. And I've been doing that for the last 2.5 years. And we have our final storytelling event in late September, in which we will be celebrating all of this content, this huge amount of content that I've collected. And then, just so you know, all of these stories and documentaries and photographs and all of that will go into the future museum for Reno Rodeo, so it will be a collection.
We were in the booth next door, and they were kind of showing some pictures of the artist renditions of the new place, and it looks like the museum is going to be a perfect place for that. So I'm sure it's going to be kind of bittersweet when this project comes to an end, right?
I'm already sad. I'm so sad. This has been a dream project. I'm not kidding.
It just being a part of this, you're absolutely right. And Jesse, and I would imagine that if I got some bad pictures yesterday, you'll just leave them out of that museum project, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm saying 99 out of 100, that's going to be very likely. So, you know, and if you can we find out more about the Reno Rodeo project? Is there social media, or is it just going to the Reno Rodeo page?
Oh, no. You can find us on RenoRodeo100.com. It's a separate site from the Reno Rodeo site.
Right.
You can go to Reno Rodeo 100 on Facebook and on Instagram. And I am constantly updating this week. So as soon as I shoot a collection of portraits, I edit them and try and get them out so people can see them right away.
That is so cool.
And people, even if you're an attendee and not a volunteer, come and get your portrait taken for this project. We're at Gate 9 underneath Grandstand 1, and I'll be here every afternoon after about 5 o'clock. I'm here.
Now, I will have to tell you, normally I have a goofy smile when I pose for a picture. She told me to give my most solemn, stone-faced look. So please don't think that I'm an angry person when you see the photo, but I hope it does add a wonderful effect. And Jess, you've been doing wonderful work. Thank you so much. So once again, Reno Rodeo Project, you can find it online. And why not? You're here, we got you here. Can we find a little more about the folk and lore online?
Absolutely. So thefolkandthelore.com, or if you go to my website, jessielemay.com, both of those pages are on there. So
Excellent.
You can find everything.
I'm sure they all interlink to each other,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Thank goodness for media and technology in the 21st century. So obviously we're going to have some highlights to get to, and I do want to talk about that. I know you were here last night watching some amazing stuff going on, and before we get to the highlights, I figure I'll give some updates on some winners because we were trying to figure that out. So bareback bronc riding was going on. Tim O'Connell, congratulations to him. Steer wrestling, Cameron Mormon was a big winner last night. Team roping, it was Hunter Koch and Matt Sherwood from Arizona and Texas, respectively. So it's just a huge, eventful day yesterday. Saddle bronc riding, Zeke Thurston. Tie down roping, Marty Yates was the champion there. Congratulations to him. And then barrel racing, congratulations to Sue Smith. She did a heck of a job. So Jesse, of course, was getting pictures of that and some other events going on. And as we said, if you are going to be out here for the event, if you're volunteering, if you do make it out where we are right under the grandstands, Jesse is a great person just to hang out and shoot the breeze with. She's been keeping things from getting monotonous around here. We appreciate your presence. On the way, of course, we got Mike Trevinian. He's going to be with Kaylee Jusick, of course, Miss Reno Rodeo, and the president of the Reno Rodeo, respectively. We're going to have the guys from Arbor Pro coming in here in a little bit, too. And thank you so much to them. They are one of the guys that make this show happen. I do want to thank the other advertisers, by the way. Reno Tahoe Equestrian Center, MAPCA. We got Michael Hull RV Center, and of course, Integrity One Business Branding Solutions. You guys make this happen. We appreciate it. Also, big giveaway. I don't want to forget this one, Jesse. I know we've been talking about so much. I don't want to forget this. We got those finals night tickets we're going to give away. This is huge, and all you have to do, if you haven't already done so, comment in on our Facebook page. We're going to get your comment and get your name. We're going to put you into a drawing, probably right out of this very hat right here, Jesse. I got a big head. I can fit a lot of names in this hat, I can assure you. But no, thank you so much, Jesse, for coming in, and we're looking forward to seeing your work online. All right, well, enough of that. Let's get to the highlights. It is the Rise at Sunrise show. Connor Flanagan getting out of here for a bit. We're going to see Arbor Pros.
Sponsored by Arbor Pros, LLC, your local tree experts. A proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
We're so lucky to live in northern Nevada. From its picturesque skylines, majestic Lake Tahoe, to its rich culture. For over 25 years, Michael Hull RV Center has been your hometown dealer. Yay! The sun's finally out, and it's time to start searching for that perfect unit. Whether it's a new travel trailer or RV, chances are we've got what you're looking for. And just like you, we live, work, and play here. So come on down to Michael Hull RV Center in Carson City, your local hometown dealer.
Land in the Sierra is rugged. The terrain is often vast and unpredictable. Good to know the skilled professionals at MAPCA Surveys have got you covered. More than a decade of experience surveying Reno, Tahoe, and beyond. MAPCA Surveys provide innovative and cutting-edge technology to ensure precision analysis. We'll always get the job done on time and under budget. Mapka Surveys. Let us help you measure the unknown. Find us online at mapkasurveys.com. It's Kids Night at the Reno Rodeo.
Good morning, rodeo fans. I'm Mike Torvinen, your 2019 Reno Rodeo president, and this is our wonderful rodeo queen, Kaylee Juzik, Miss Reno Rodeo 2019.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. Oh boy, it's been an exciting rodeo so far.
That it has. Well, it's Kids Night at the rodeo.
You know, Mike, we haven't talked very much about our new Hall of Fame and our inaugural honorees.
We should. So far this week, we've honored Charles Mapes Sr., who was very instrumental in the success of our rodeo. The Salinas Rodeo, they stepped up and helped us from the very start. Our one and only Bob Tallman, Harry Frost, another strong supporter, and Bill Moffitt.
Impressive. Who are we inducting tonight?
Well, Kaylee, you'll have to come to the rodeo and see. In the meantime, do tell, what's happening today?
Well, there's the Feist 11.5 National Patriot and the 9.5 over 40 ropers in the indoor arena.
That's right. Some very talented ropers are going to home happy tonight. This is open to the public, no admission fees, and the Double R Marketplace will be open all day long too. Well, tonight we have a show after the rodeo that you won't want to miss.
So, tell me about it.
After the last bull has been ridden, everyone should take a big sip of whatever cool drink they're having and take a deep breaths to see something else.
And?
Since those wild pony cowboys have hit the road, we've got some mean and nasty BFO. Bullfighters only. Nasty, nasty, big fighting bulls and the orneriest bullfighters you'll ever see.
Isn't bullfighting?
No, this is American bullfighting. One of our bulls against one fighter.
Exciting stuff.
This is maximum action, and the bulls usually come out better than the fighter. Seriously, these skilled athletes will astound you with their movements.
Can't wait. The bulls, they really do look rank and mean.
They are. That's why we set up special pens inside the arena.
So be sure to stay in your seats after the show is over because the show won't really be over.
Kaylee, are you having fun yet?
Am I ever? This year has been such an adventure. I've traveled all over the West and visited so many different rodeos and Western events. It's hard to say which one is the most fun. I really do feel like royalty.
Well, you've been a mighty fine queen and have made us all very proud.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Kaylee. Say, have you seen the Reno Rodeo magazine yet?
I have. In fact, I have one right here. Mark Sutton and his team have done a fabulous job putting this together.
Just wondering what your favorite article was. Wait, let me guess. The article about me?
Really close. And was yours favorite the one about me?
Actually, yes. There are several groups of energetic kids handing the programs out every night at the rodeo.
What a great keepsake, especially since it's the 100th year.
And even though they are free, you can make a donation and it helps support the different groups.
And we have day sheets so you can follow the action of your favorite cowboys and cowgirls too.
Yes, don't forget the barrel racers.
What else should we remind them about?
How about the parking? That's always important.
Well, if you haven't heard already, there's lots of free parking at the University of Nevada campus near Piccoli Field. And there's a free shuttle back and forth to the fairgrounds, also on the north side of Enterprise Road off of Evans Avenue.
That's a good reminder also. Public parking is in the north lot of the rodeo grounds only. The south lot is reserved for permit parking.
Speaking of reminders, hear more about tonight's event when you join us here at 5, right here on Facebook for our nightly behind-the-scenes show, Live at 5, where you will get a chance to learn about the Reno Rodeo, meet the contestants, learn about events, who's hot on the scoreboards, and this year's rankings. See what's happening on the rodeo grounds.
Plus, have a chance to ask our host questions live. Don't miss out.
Okay, Mike. Now, what have we forgotten?
Who knows? Beat the crowds and come early and get some great tasting food and drinks at the food court. And I recommend you get into your seats by 6:45 so you can see some pre-rodeo drill team action and the grand entry where we introduce our officers and present the national flag like nowhere else.
Good tips. Well, that about wraps it up for today. See you tonight at the Reno Rodeo for the 5th PRCA Pro Rodeo Performance, because
It's a big damn deal.
We are at Trader Rick's and himself. Rick, thank you so much for coming on the show, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now, you're on the north end of the arena here, and some just amazing Americana you got here. I got to start with the tattoos. You brought up something pretty funny. You got a Western side and a Native American side going on there, and kind of the inspiration of what happens here. So, do they ever get in quarrels with each other?
I'm constantly in conflict with myself.
That's right. Well, it's beautiful work you do here, and obviously, Rick, you do a lot of this art yourself, right?
Yes, I do. I take the stones, I let the people know where the stones start, how I grind them down, and I set them, and I do a buffalo bone. Everything is handmade, my bracelets, even my coat racks.
And that is
made them all.
That is really neat. And I got to ask you, these coat racks, one of them has a set of lights on them. Is that just for the feet? Is that just to light it up, or is that actually for out the...
That's my emergency backups in case we lose power.
Not that we expect to lose any power here today, but Rick, you also got some amazing pictures on the wall, and this is really cool. Now, a lot of these look like they're inspired by the old West shows that used to go on.
Yes,
right?
they are. Yes, they are. I believe in a lot of the nostalgic history of the Old West and the rodeos.
And obviously, you got some John Wayne in there. I have to ask.
Wayne. I'm a big John Wayne fan.
Where do you put Clint Eastwood next to John Wayne?
John Wayne will always be at the top. Clint's number 2.
I can't argue with that, man. I noticed they never wanted to get into a Western together, right?
You can't have those two together, you know.
Yeah, 2 fire signs, I think.
Exactly.
Man, it was a shame, but no, thank you so much, Rick. You got some belt buckles here as well.
Yes, I do.
And obviously, can I ask you, do you have something online we can find, social media or a website?
Well, I am on Facebook under Trader Rick Southwest Art and Jewelry.
And where are you located out of your business location?
It's in Oakley, California.
Oakley, California, not too far of a trip for you.
About 3 hours.
Not too bad. And you'll be here for the remainder of the rodeo.
I'll be here for the remainder of the time.
Well, Rick, come out and see Rick, and hopefully he won't be having a quarrel between the Western and the Native American side of him, but beautiful artwork going on. Thank you so much, Rick. We appreciate it. It's Connor Flanagan for Live at Sunrise.
Sponsored by Integrity One Business Branding Solutions, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Up here, tree pruning is tricky business. Fortunately for you, there's Arbor Pros. Trimming, maintenance, and removal, we take care of it all. Call or look us up online to schedule your free estimate. Arbor Pros, your local tree experts.
Our pets are part of our families at Healthy Tales, and we know yours are too. We work hard to provide the healthiest choices for them, researching new products and making sure the products we sell are as organic and holistic as possible. Our staff are pet nutrition specialists and are very knowledgeable on our foods, supplements, toys, and treats, and want to take time to discuss your pet's allergies and food tolerances. We want to give your dog or cat the best quality of life. Exceptional products for extraordinary pets, locally owned with 2 locations.
It's Kid.
was a lot of fun. Live at Sunrise, Connor Flanagan, and I'm joined by the Arbor Pro team. And what'd you guys think of those mutton busting highlights? Not bad, huh?
That's great. It's always been my favorite.
You know, I always wonder if you got a future bull riding champion or bareback riding champion out of there, or if it's more discouraging to these poor kids, right? We were out there actually interviewing those boys and girls the other 2 days, and the trick is they always say just grab on as much wool as you can was the only strategy. But welcome you guys. Arbor Pros, of course, they are local and one of our great advertisers here, and you guys have been kind enough to come in. And I'm joined by Dan now. Dan, can you introduce the rest of the crew?
Yeah, I'm Dan Omler with Arbor Pros. This is my business partner Chase and our manager Wes Mosley.
And you guys obviously are wasting valuable time with me when you guys could be out there working on stuff. But obviously, you know, by your pamphlet, the obvious planting, pruning, removals, treatments, and more. But you guys have a lot of specialty when it comes to arborist work, and it is a dangerous business. It's kind of funny, Chase. You were talking about it, kind of comparing it to rodeo off camera. You know, there is some dangers that you guys share with riding the rodeo. That there's these invariables that you can't predict for. You know, a tree can hold some secrets before you get up there, right? Is there sometimes you find yourself even the most prepared, you get up to a certain tree and it'll do something that might make you a little nervous or you didn't expect?
Oh, absolutely. It's completely unpredictable a lot of the times. I mean, fortunately, nowadays there's enough research done and a lot of new devices that we're able to use that make the job a lot safer. However, I mean, when you're playing with nature, it's a different story every day when you're out there.
Yeah, so you got to keep a light head about it, you know, and don't take yourself too seriously, but take the job very seriously.
Definitely, yeah.
Now, you guys obviously have a lot of different styles of trees. Obviously, being down here, you might see a lot more oaks, cottonwood, stuff like that, and then you get up into the higher elevations, plenty of pines, right? Is this something that you guys specialize in both kinds?
Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic, you know, with your pine trees. They're single stem and slower growers, but they can live very long and get real big. So even a pine, just one pine out up in the woods or whatnot, it can be quite a challenge to get all that wood down safely, especially around houses or your property.
And is there, can I ask, when it comes to pruning, obviously you have an oak tree that has many different branches sprouting off, and you know, pruning a lot of people try to do themselves, and this is something that you guys really want to discourage, right? Because this can be detrimental to the health of the tree, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, if a homeowner is going to go the steps to research it themselves and educate themselves, you know, more power to them. We know a lot of people that are do-it-yourself type of folks. However, you know, if you're just going to go out there and whack whatever's in your way, that can definitely have a detrimental effect on your tree, your property value, cause liability down the road.
Right, and it's something where they think they can save a few bucks now, not realizing in the long run, you guys might have to show up anyways and fix what they did wrong.
We oftentimes stress how important it is to bring a certified arborist to your property. There's definitely plenty of them in town here, but just the education that brings to your property, you know, for people to make the proper cuts and do it the right way, definitely has a great long-term goal there.
Absolutely. And you guys do obviously consulting if somebody needs to have, you know, they're thinking about a project, they want to get some advice on the best way to do it, they can contact you guys will come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Call us or email us. We'd be happy to come out and give you as much advice as we can about your project.
By the way, and sorry to interrupt, it's 221-3827, 221-3827. You can also find you guys online, arborprosnv.com. That is arborprosnv.com. You guys are a local place, obviously, here in town, and can we find it? Do you have a social media page that we can follow so we can put you on the Reno Rodeo page?
Facebook. Yeah, we're on Facebook.
You got it. So you guys obviously probably got some projects. You guys got some cool giveaways too. You don't mind if we give away a shirt real quick? I'm holding on to the mug. I'm keeping the mug. The mug's mine, guys. But no, absolutely. We are going to give away the house right now, so if you comment in, say you want an Arbor Pro shirt, we're going to give that away. Obviously, Reno Rodeo Finals tickets, we're going to be giving those away too. So please do, when you comment, be specific on what you're commenting for, what you want to win. And what the heck, guys, I see a $25 gift card to Dave's Dollars. I'm going to say it right now. The first person that comments that says Dave's Dollars right on our live feed right now. I see Jenna Stewart. She's saying finals tickets, but the first Dave's Dollars comment right now is going to win this prize that we see on the list. So, by the way, everybody welcome to comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you want to ask the boys about something, maybe related to arborist or planting or pruning, you guys won't mind sticking around. Maybe we can answer them on the street.
Sure.
Awesome. Well, welcome, guys. It's Kids Night. We have plenty more stuff going on. As I said, we're going to be back later on this afternoon, but look for us online, too. We're going to be streaming from the events today. Kids Night is always a blast, and there's always something new to expect. So thanks again to the Arbor Pros, and I'll be back later on this afternoon. Live at Sunrise continues.
Sponsored by Arbor Pros, LLC, your local tree experts. A proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Pets are part of our families at Healthy Tales, and we know yours are too. We work hard to provide the healthiest choices for them, researching new products and making sure the products we sell are as organic and holistic as possible. Our staff are pet nutrition specialists and are very knowledgeable on our foods, supplements, toys, and treats, and want to take time to discuss your pet's allergies and food tolerances. We want to give your dog or cat the best quality of life. Exceptional products for extraordinary pets, locally owned with 2 locations.
It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our home. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof off. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. To get crazy, it's about to go down. It's about to get crazy.
Oh my goodness, wait till you're there to see that.
This is our house.
I love that.
We'll blow the roof off. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get.
Sponsored by Arbor Pros, LLC, your local tree experts. A proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
You know, we're so lucky to live in northern Nevada. From its picturesque skylines, majestic Lake Tahoe, to its rich culture. For over 25 years, Michael Hull RV Center has been your hometown dealer. Yay! The sun's finally out, and it's time to start searching for that perfect unit. Whether it's a new travel trailer or RV, chances are we've got what you're looking for. And just like you, we live, work, and play here. So come on down to Michael Hull RV Center in Carson City, your local hometown dealer.